After taking flights from Seattle, Washington to Lima, Peru, and then on to Cusco, we took a bus to Ollantaytambo, followed by a short train ride and a day hike along the Inca Trail to Machu Picchu. Tammy Leland, co-owner of Crooked Trails, a non-profit community-based tourism organization headquartered in Seattle, was our guide on this amazing journey. Our travels to Machu Picchu included stopovers in the Sacred Valley area to the villages of Chinchero and Ollantaytambo, followed by a train ride to kilometer 104, where we took a day hike along the Inca Trail before entering Machu Picchu at the Temple of the Sun. The first village we explore is Chinchero, known as the birthplace of the rainbow to the Incas. Well-constructed Inca walls hold several terraces. These are niches where they put leaders sitting up, and they put stones covered in with stones. The plaza has several vendors who are displaying their wares, along with a musician that you can clearly hear.
Yeah, very different.
Tammy and Crooked Trails has worked with this couple named Vilma and Paulino in developing their new Weavers Cooperative, which features covered sales stalls, demonstration areas, dining areas, and a hostel called Minka Chinchero. This is a backstrap loom she's got, and she's making a belt.
Tiny, precise. ¿Cómo estás? ¿Cómo se llama?
Karina.
Karina, Verónica y Ricardo. ¿Cómo se llama esta planta?
Sata.
Sata. The root of this plant called sata.
Do we have it in our country?
We don't think so.
The shredded root of the sata plant is used to clean wool, as she is demonstrating.
This is the alpaca. Yeah, alpaca.
You guys can look at that.
Look at it's different, different, rules. Alpaca and sheep.
Like sheep.
Yeah, sheep.
Oh.
Right, it's different.
Lana.
Yeah.
Sheep.
Now you won't make that mistake, sir.
Wow. I was not clean yet. That's hard to tell though, you know? They're in the wool, you can tell. See what happens.
It's going to another.
So dirty, those
sheep.
Whoa! ¡Qué caramba!
Very clean. It's white color now.
Yeah, those sheep are dirty animals.
Dirty
Like
sheep.
the llamas. Llamas. Yeah, it's warm now. Wow, look at it, it's different now. It's very wet.
Hot.
Wow, it's very clean.
Yeah!
Look at the different.
¡Oh, qué bueno! Excelente. Me gusta.
Sí, bueno.
Sí.
Muy bien. He's doing it. What are you doing, Rick? what are you doing?
You're dancing, come on.
No sabe lo que hace, está jugando. Fingiendo, sabe.
Up and down.
All the way up.
Sorry about that.
No.
They like it. They like watching.
Hey, you're doing something. I don't know what.
You are doing it, by God.
The string is getting longer, not shorter.
They are preparing these two dyes for the raw wool. One is a green dye made from the leaves, and the red dye is made from crushing the shells of the cochineal insect that is found on cactus.
You know what that is?
Yeah, it's the worms.
The worms that grow on the cactuses.
Yeah.
Or that host on the cactuses or whatever. Or parasites.
Chinka,
Take 70,000
Vale,
$14
how much?
bucks to make 1 pound.
wow. Chayata.
Here you go. Here's the bugs.
Excellent.
Bug buddies. If you take just one.
Ya, mamá, vamos a poner el papá.
Yeah.
Look at this now, take photos here.
Puede estar con la cámara.
It's with the ground to make the red.
They grow on that.
Makes the red.
When you keep the leaves in.
Well, this is purple red. Oh, how beautiful.
Lift it up. Arriba. Arriba. Ah.
Beautiful. Wow.
Bonita.
What beautiful colors.
But if you want, you can try.
It's the kind of thing which we decided to do. We take a full lifetime to learn to do.
Putting one cross on the other side of it. We've got one half. Looks like this one.
Arriba, arriba.
Arriba.
Sí, esto separa el blanco.
I don't know which
Blanco,
one.
bajo.
Separa y arriba el blanco.
Oh, arriba.
Good, we get to ad lib then.
Ya, del castellano.
Tighter.
Ahora los dedos por acá.
Okay.
Ya. Ahora,
Ahora.
así con los dos dedos.
Dos dedos. Got my dos dedos in there.
Ahora tiene que sacar el rojo. El rojo que está abajo, arriba. No, así. Yo voy a hacer primero la demostración. Así.
Okay.
Los dos dedos y el abajo sale afuera. Y el de canto más, así. Y hasta allá. Para que salga la figura. Sí.
Okay, here we have a little nice queen. Did you wash your hands? Stop petting him. A friend, mascote en los Estados Unidos. Sí, es un mascote. Pobrecito. Oh, no.
¿Quién le mató?
Well, but here, we're going to eat this queen. Okay, we're going to try. Okay, we're going to try to eat this queen. Okay. Take a bite of the chicken. Think chicken. Think chicken. Just eating a piece of chicken.
You passed that test.
We done.
Delicious.
All kinds of stuff.
Okay, Veronica.
You have to really bite it.
Primero cuy. Tough.
Very salty. Okay, here we've got
Mr. Rick.
Ricardo. And what's he eating? Let's take a look.
Eating cuy.
Oh my God, he's eating guinea pig. How could you, Ricardo? Well, what do you think about it?
Tastes like chicken.
And here goes Lisa.
If that's your thing.
All right. How are we going to tell our children at home that we've eaten their guinea pigs?
No say.
I think, Veronica, have you tried the
Yes, I
cuy
did.
yet? What did you think?
Very tasty.
Yeah?
Little tough, but
Yeah?
well seasoned, yeah.
Judy?
I liked it. I see why they say there's not a lot of meat on it.
Yeah?
Muy rico.
Barbara was the first to try it. What did you think, Barbara?
I'd do it again.
All right. And Judy's standing in the back because she's afraid to even get close enough.
Don't even look at it.
This is the new hostel and craft center called Minka Chinchero. All along the covered area, they will have arts and craft stalls. This will be the area for weaving and wool dyeing demonstrations, as well as for dining. And this is the hostel area.
Me gusta mucho.
¿Qué quieres comer? Yo estoy...
Sí.
Estoy listo.
This would be a dining area and then a sleeping area, a dormitory for this hostel. Okay, this is the Urubamba River, and it's also known as the Sacred Valley. The town below is Urubamba.
Oh, what's the name?
And that's the way to Machu Picchu. On our way into Ollantaytambo, we began to see people in some amazing costumes and others who were heading down to the church in the Pampas area.
It's the main square of the plaza of Ollantaytambo.
Yeah.
Ollantaytambo Plaza. Yeah. We are now in Ollantaytambo.
After dropping our bags off at the hotel, we too joined the villagers and other visitors. This is the 10th year that this festival has been held. We saw more than 20 different dance groups that were competing for honors at this festival. Judith and I have been invited to accompany this group because they said that Judith's hair resembled their costumed hair. Okay, we're gonna go to a fiesta down here at the Pampas, and we're kind of behind the group here. Villagers are streaming down to this festival in the Pampas below. We were falling a bit behind, so we hopped a ride on a tuk-tuk that took us across the Urubamba River to the festival area by the church. Here, groups of dancers are gathering around waiting for their turn to dance. There's lots of food to eat, including quay, and cases of beer to drink. Quay? Quay? See? Where'd you get hit? These horsemen are trying to grab the corncob that is suspended on the rope that is strung between two poles. While waiting for their turn, the dance groups, their bands, and their supporters enjoyed visiting, eating, drinking, and listening to their own bands. It was kind of like the Battle of the Bands. These costume girls are enjoying Inca Cola rather than beer while waiting for their turn to perform. Inca Cola. dance performances, you will see a young person who mimics the actions of the dance leader. famous falls, the dancers continue, but we return to the village of Ollantaytambo for dinner. Here are some pictures of dancers that we met but did not see perform. After dinner, some of us returned to the village plaza where all the dance groups paraded around the plaza for a final judging. The winning groups were honored, and then they were invited to set off different fireworks displays. Three of the larger groups had set up dance bands around the plaza area, and we were invited to participate in the evening's dancing and beer drinking. Tammy and I met a great drinking buddy who kept his mask on throughout the whole evening. That's 7:45 in the morning. The Inca Ruins, just overlooking the town. Big steps. Fiesta last night, so the shopkeepers are kind of still sleeping it off. Our group is waiting for the train that will take us to kilometer 104, where we will begin our hike on the Royal Inca Trail for the day. Okay, train to Machu Picchu. Festival last night? Yeah. Muy bien. We just got off the train and are beginning our hike along the Royal Inca Trail. This is the Ollantaytambo River. Okay, here we are at the first ruin. These are the Chinkisuisui ruins, which were used as a way station for Inca messengers that traveled along the Royal Inca Trail.
What's that?
Okay, this is the QI way. All along the route, we continue to hear both the Urubamba River and the trains on their way to Aguas Calientes, the last jumping off place for Machu Picchu. Coming around the bend of the trail, we see the Huene ruins. This is yet another way station for the many Inca messengers. is a shot back where we've come from. Kilometer 104. There's a little rest stop.
Oh, I'm not supposed to clean.
We're 2 hours or so into the hike. And there it is. Beautiful cascade.
Hello, Rick.
Okay, there's the river valley we came up from.
It just slipped back.
There's the trail.
I'm gonna do some exercise.
We're gonna go up that way. Way up there. These terraces. All the way over to where the people are right up there. Okay, we're up one section. Okay, and that's where we're headed. So let's go. Okay, here's one of the many showers here. And people sit there and wash up. And the water goes down to the next one, just right through here, on down, and it continues on down. We're approaching Machu Picchu, and this is one of the first settlements where the messengers rested and fresh ones replaced the tired ones. There's our group. We started down there, came up some stairs, went through the little house there, more stairs, and there we are.
That's the highest. The highest mountain is as high as Cusco. With snow. 500, maybe 200 meters more than Cusco.
Looks like you're hiking
It's
well.
the highest mountain in Oregon. It's called Mount Hood. But we hiked in the foothills.
Oh, what an easy trail! What a duty! Can you believe how easy this trail is? We could dance in the rain. We were just dancing in the rain. I think the altitude's getting to people.
Okay, this is where we came from, up through that opening door. See how steep it is here. There's our river below. The switchback road is used by the buses to transport visitors to and from Aguas Calientes. Few people knew of the existence of Machu Picchu until American historian Hiram Bingham stumbled upon it in 1911 while looking for Vilcabamba, the undiscovered last stronghold of the Incan Empire. A lot of work. Hola, amigos. Amigas.
Greetings.
Oh, you're filming still.
Yes. Machu Picchu, which means Manly Peak, was most likely a royal estate and religious retreat. It was built between 1460 and 1470 AD. Okay, this is Machu Picchu in the morning with the morning fog, clouds. Machu Picchu is comprised of approximately 200 buildings, most being residences, although there are temples, storage structures, and other public buildings. It has polygonal masonry, characteristic of the late Inca period. The high quality of stonework and the abundance of ornamental works indicates that Machu Picchu must have once been an important ceremonial center. Snow-capped mountains in the back. The sun is just coming up. It's going to hit Machu Picchu any minute. And check out the river below. About 1,200 people lived in and around Machu Picchu, many of them women and children and priests. Some of the guides play their flutes as the sun comes up over Machu Picchu. Okay, there's the lawnmowers, little llamas. The Temple of the Three Windows commands impressive views of the plaza below through its three trapezoid-shaped windows. This is an outcropping of rock carved into the trapezoidal shape of the Southern Cross star constellation, which also points up to that same constellation. The hut of the caretaker of the funerary rocks may have been used to mummify the nobility. The Inti-Huatana, or hitching post of the sun, stands at the highest point on the plateau. Inca astronomers were able to predict the solstices using the angles of this pillar. Thus, they were able to claim control over the return of the lengthening summer days.
Always they use the model. Near to the cathedral, we have one big museum we call the Inca Museum. And you saw, you for the model. Wonderful museum in South America.
Okay, there's the trail we came up yesterday, over the backside to the Temple of the Sun up there. The sacristy has many well-carved niches that were probably used for the storage of ceremonial objects. Huayna Picchu. It means wind mountain. It's the famous mountain, so all the way up to the top. Supposed to take about 40 minutes. Well, an hour. But boy, is it steep. Steep, 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 steep. There's some ruins, and there's down below. I'm almost up to the top. Here's Machu Picchu. Down below, we're on Huayna Picchu, which is known as the Wind Mountain. There's the river below. It's very steep. Here's the path I came up. Whoa. And here's the path I'm gonna go up. And there's the top. Hooray. Went down this way to Machu Picchu area, and there's the bus route down over on the left. And then I came up this way. There's people coming up right now. I guess that's a viewpoint out there. There's some workmen restoring some of the buildings up here. Making lime, they're making cement. Hola! Up, and here's a hawk looking for handouts. And this is the very top.
Empezar a bajar. Parás y sacas fotos y parás y sacas fotos.
Quiero mirar un poquito acá en el costado.
Yeah, but from that place to the sun.
And there's down to Machu Picchu. There's a path up to the Temple of the Sun. And a bus ride down.
Yeah, she can sit there. Can you see this?
And you can see there were workers down here restoring the little rest building. Okay, there's the river below. Oh, it's almost a straight drop off. Okay, this is the town of Aguas Caliente where we stay. Look at this thing. Then we take a bus, half-hour bus ride up to Machu Picchu that way. Figure out where the train station is here.